Hello, and welcome to your 20-minute power yoga flow today. I'm Julie. I'm going to be your yoga teacher for the day if you choose to continue to flow with me in this crazy time we're living through, quite honestly. So we're going to begin by coming into a wide leg child's pose. Big toes together, knees out wide, melting that forehead down into your mat. Just begin to connect with the breath here, focusing on the inhale and the exhale through your nostrils. As you exhale, have a slight constriction in the back of your throat, almost like you're fogging up a mirror. Inhale. And exhale. Beginning to bring your awareness to your body today. As we walk our hands over to the right side, feeling that opening in the left side body. Letting go of all things that have happened leading up to this point in your day. Letting go of all things to come after. Being present with your body. Walking your hands over to center and over to the left side, feeling the opening in the right side body. And walking hands back to center. Visualizing your tailbone pulling in a straight line from the crown of your head all the way to the back of your mat. Grounding down through palms and knees, coming up into all fours for tabletop. We will all meet here. Working through some cat and some cow to warm up the spine. Inhale, heart lifts, cat. Exhale, rounding the spine, cow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, rounding the spine. Taking any organic movements you need to allow for a safe and healthy practice, whether that's a snaking of the spine, dipping back into child's pose, or staying still in tabletop. Allow yourself to tap into what your body needs right now. Meeting back in tabletop. Tucking under the toes, grounding down through the palms, spreading through the fingers, pushing your hips back into our first downward facing dog of the practice. Taking any movements you need today, whether that is a stepping out of the feet, coming up onto the heels and releasing back down, or just a deep bend in the knees, a shake or nod of the head, meeting back in stillness and downward facing dog. Reconnecting to the breath if you've lost it. And exhale as we snake the spine over to a high plank, lowering down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Tucking under the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do this 2 more times. So snaking the spine over to high plank, lowering down, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, tucking under those toes. 1 more time. Snaking the spine over to high plank. Elbows pin into the lower ribs. Lowering down, hovering off the mat for a second. Upward facing dog or cobra. Tucking under the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look to the top of the mat, step or jump up, coming up to the fingertips, lift halfway, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up, exhale, hands to heart center, coming into mountain pose. Palms face the front of your mat, grounding down through all four corners of your feet. Tailbone reaches down, lower belly reaches up. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, release all the way down to your mat. Inhale, halfway fingertips. Exhale, either step or jump back to high plank. We're going to do 2 hovering push-ups, and the third will be a flow. Inhale, lower down, hovering off the mat. Exhale, back up to high plank. Inhale, hover. Exhale, back up. Release all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck under the toes, downward facing dog. Reconnect to your breath here. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bend your top knee if this feels right for you today. And exhale, step it through to a crescent lunge. Back heel is off the mat, arms back, arms up. And we are going to pulse 10 times. So inhale, down, exhale, rise back up. In your own time, 10 pulses. When you're done with your 10 pulses, we're going to swivel the back foot to 45 degrees, and we're going to open up to Warrior 2, relaxing those shoulders, looking over that middle finger. Windmill your arms over, frame your foot, step back into high plank, and we're going to go through a flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, open up through that hip, bending the top knee. And stepping it through to crescent lunge. Back heel is off the mat, arms go back, and arms rise. 10 pulses. Inhale, lower, exhale, rise. 10 pulses in your own timing, and meeting in Warrior 2. And in Warrior 2, making sure you get that gentle external rotation, that opening in your quads, that 45-degree angle of your back foot, the relaxation of your shoulders, and gazing over that front middle finger. And windmilling your arms over, framing your left foot, stepping back into high plank, and flow. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Remember, guys, this is your practice today. Take a child's pose whenever you need to. You're receiving all the benefits of this practice already, allowing energy to flow freely throughout your body and giving yourself this time on your mat today. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, right leg lifts, and exhale, stepping it through, opening up to Warrior 1, arms rise up, and exhale, opening up to Warrior 2. Flipping your front palm up, reaching forward, and extending back into Peaceful Warrior. Right arm lifts. Coming back into Warrior 2, looking to your back palm and transitioning, right elbow reaches your right knee up into side angle. Left arm is up. Reach that left palm to the front of your mat, gently rotating your pinky inwards. Left palm reaches down, open up that right arm to reverse side angle. Stepping back, framing your foot to high plank and flow. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reconnect to your breath. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through warrior one. One breath here. And opening up to warrior two. Inhale, reaching forward and back into peaceful warrior. Opening back to warrior two, looking towards that back palm. Left elbow meets the left knee and opening up that right arm to the ceiling. Extending that right arm to the mirror. Planting right palm down, opening up that left arm, bow and arrowing it all the way up to the ceiling. Breathing here. Frame your foot, stepping back to high plank and flow. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reconnect to the breath. One more core series coming up, and then it's time for our relaxation. We're going to snake your spine over to high plank. Hold here. I know, guys, we're almost done. We've made it through our 2 warrior series. Inhale. Exhale, right leg lifts. Hold. And release. Left leg lifts. And release. Transitioning to side plank. On the left side, left palm plants down, right arm rises. Exhale, slowly transition to a side plank on the right side, right palm plants, left arm rises. And we're going to slowly transition out of the side plank into high plank, rolling back over to downward facing dog. And you're going to look to the top of the mat, step or jump up. Inhale, fingertips halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Grab opposite elbows, release everything into ragdoll. This is one of my favorite poses here. It feels so good to just release. So often we keep everything bottled in, and it feels good to just let it all go. Plant your palms back on the mat, and we're going to slowly come down to seated, however gracefully you choose to get there. Hands come out wide. We're going to slowly lower ourselves all the way down to the mat. You shouldn't be there yet. And release everything all the way down. Window wipe those knees to either side. Release any tension you've built up in your lower back during this practice. And we're going to bring our knees to our chest, hug everything in nice and tight. This is the smallest you've been all practice long. And release. Bringing your heels into your hips. We're going to rise up into bridge. You can wiggle those shoulders down and interlace your fingertips to get a little bit more length in the spine, a little bit more room there. You can come up to your toes. And slowly start to release down bone by bone to the mat. Squeeze everything in Forehead comes to knees, knees into chest. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Coming all together down into Savasana. Palms facing up, legs come out wide. If this is uncomfortable for your low back, feel free to bring your knees together, feet as wide as the mat, to release tension off your low back. Thank you so much for flowing with me today, guys. I know this is an incredibly stressful and emotional time in our history all over the world. So thank you for taking this time for your self-care today, for your body, for your mind, and connect within. There's nothing else to do here but to receive all the benefits from this practice. So stay here as long as you can and relish in the relaxation of this pose. I'll see you all next time. Much love, guys. Namaste.